Chicken jockey. Hello, and welcome to the Mega Hunt Final. I'm your host, Jay Party, head of our global developer community and longtime host of all things Roblox. And joining me today are some awesome and very special guests. None other than the wonderful esports commentator and legend, Mimi Wormkratz, and video star, me and you. Or as I know him, just NU.
Thank you, Jay Party. I got lost and found my way here, but thanks for letting me stay.
Yeah, we're happy you stumbled into the studio because you're going to make this awesome. Mimi, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I'm so excited to be here. We've gotten to see the contestants warming up and rehearsing for this one. And the stakes, I mean, they've just never been higher. $1 million on the line here, Jay Party.
That's right. You heard it here.
That's right. And I still can't believe that this is actually happening. Unreal.
Well, it is happening, folks. And we'll be meeting our contestants shortly. But first, let's introduce some special friends that will be helping us today. I'm thrilled to introduce the Hunt Mega Final Correspondence team. Coming to you live, it's going to be Dagichi Gamer and one of creators of RB Battles, Sabrina Bright. Let's go to him and see what's happening.
Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome. I don't know about you, Sabrina, but I am ready to go. Like really, I am ready to go. Like, if any of you want me to substitute for you, I will gladly step in for a chance to win $1 million.
Same. Keep us posted if we need to step in, Jay Party. Otherwise, we'll be here following all of the action.
Thank you both for your generous offer, although today I think the contestants are ready to compete themselves. And throughout this competition, we're going to be checking in with this team to get their take on all of the action. Well, is it about that time, Mimi?
I think we're getting close, but first, we should meet our 10 contestants playing today.
All right, let's see who they are. Coming up first in maroon, we have the Deaf Eagle. They've been playing Roblox for 12 years, specializing in obbies.
And next up in red, we have Poke Dragon 100,000. Their forte is puzzles, thanks to their 10 years of experience.
Our third contestant, hailing from New York City, is Shafe. He's been playing Roblox for 12 years with a focus on obbies and more recently on FPS games. Today, he'll be representing Orange.
Coming up next, we've got Icicle. Sporting the yellow attire, he has been mastering puzzles on Roblox for 10 years.
Looking good. And then we have Anonymous Lime in lime green, an expert in Sims with over 15 years under their belt.
Following that, we have Roby 100. He's repping green today, and he's been on the platform for 13 years. Another expert in obbies.
All right, coming up in light blue, we have Dud, a 13-year Roblox veteran, especially when it comes to the find thes.
We have another obby expert here, Jay in blue, and has been playing for 9 years.
Our 9th contestant is none other than Mad Max. Today he's rocking black, and he's yet another one of our experts in the obbies.
And in gray, we have our final contestant, N Terrell. After 16 years of playing RPGs, they know how to win, but this is no ordinary competition.
All right, folks, this is an incredible, historic moment. After millions and millions of players have fought it out, today we have our final 10 live in-house to compete for this prize. I cannot wait to get things started. But before we do, let's bring out a very special guest. That's right, the one and only David Builderman Bazooki. Welcome to the set. Come on down.
Woo!
Oh, and you brought something special.
I brought something special. First, Jay Party, Mimi, and you. Thank you so much for hosting today. Okay, so we set out to build something really special for our community. The competition, the action has been intense. The hub has been played over 183 million times. And then today, 10 amazing finalists live with us right now. Today, one of these finalists is going to be the grand prize winner. And Jay Party, what are they going to bring home?
That's right, $1 million.
Absolutely right. Finalists, good luck to all of you. Let the games begin.
All right, folks, you've heard it here, but now let's turn it back to Mimi to find out how some of the rules are going to go for today.
Thanks so much, Jay Party and David. It's going to go a little something like this today. We have a 3-round tournament consisting first of a qualifying round. Following that is the round of 4. Of course, all leading up to our $1 million round. There will be 8 games in total played today. Each has their own rules, so this isn't a tournament about being the best at any one game. It's about mastering them all. First up is the qualifying round. And Jay Party, why don't you tell us a little more about that?
Gladly, Mimi. We're going to have 10 contestants that have the chance to compete in 5 games. Dress to Impress, Super League Soccer, Blade Ball, Slap Battles, and Doors. But out of these 10 contestants, only 4 will move on to the next round, which will be the elimination rounds. All right, any questions?
Just one. How do you win at each game?
And the money question. Each game's a little different, so we'll explain the rules right before each one starts. One last thing to mention. At times throughout the competition, you may notice 2 Roblox admins, Holiday Beats and All the Swords. They are in place to operate, record, and make sure everything runs smoothly and fairly. That's right, all rules will need to be followed. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, we are ready to kick things off.
Let's do it. Our first game up is a fashion phenomenon. It's none other than Dress to Impress.
Game 1, Dress to Impress. There are 2 matches, and contestants will have to create a stylish look before time runs out. Judges will vote, and if there's a tie, they will also vote on who earns a higher placement. Everyone will collect points and advance to the next game. Here's the scoring for each match.
All right, folks, we also have a surprise. 3 of them, actually. Joining us as guest judges for Dress to Impress are none other than Twitch streamer Joe Bartolozzi, VTuber and variety streamer Iron Mouse, as well as music and reaction variety streamer I'm Dante. Welcome to the show, our 3 guest judges. All right.
Hello.
Hey, we are live. I'm Dante. Welcome to the show, our 3 guest judges. Very exciting stuff. How are you guys feeling?
Amazing. Can't wait. Awesome. Very
Excellent.
excited. I was watching the intro.
Yeah.
This seems like a very competitive event.
Yes, it will. Are you guys ready to judge such competitions?
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
All right, your judgment hats are on. You're feeling good. That is exciting.
Anything you guys are looking for in particular? Are you big on focusing on the themes? Is it just going to be going off the vibe? What are you looking for in the judging today?
They have to come to slay.
Real.
Facts. Playing for sure. I think I really need them to fit around the category that I'm judging.
Okay.
They have to not only look good, but also fit the style that they're trying to portray. That's mainly what I'm looking at.
What about for you, Dante? Anything you're looking at here?
Yes. The poses. The poses are very, very important to me. And if they're not hitting it, yeah, those stars are going to be super low.
All right, folks. Well, our 10 contestants are set, and they are underway to serve some fierce looks. So we are jumping in the game to check out this action now as folks are just getting their baseline outfits solved.
Let's talk about some of the differences that we're going to be playing with today versus the game that you all are familiar with at home. It's a little abridged, only 4 minutes to get your look perfect. And for our first round, the theme is circus. And that is not a lot of time to get the look down. You have to have an idea real quick.
Right, and especially coming from somebody like me who is very well known in the Dress to Impress community by absolutely nobody. My opinion definitely matters here. I'm looking for somebody who looks like a clown, and it looks like that's what some of these contestants are going for right now. But yes, not a lot of time, so they better hurry up.
Yeah, it's a good thought. Circus can be really on the nose, but maybe there's something more creative you can hide within it.
Obviously, the qualification to get here was a little different than what we're playing today. It was about solving puzzles, getting those mega tokens. And I know you were playing through some of the qualifying games, as were, 140 million other people who were visiting that. What were you looking for? How much of a challenge was it actually to be one of the 10 players who made it here?
I mean, I played for a total of like maybe 5 or 6 hours and immediately realized that I stood no chance against some of these guys that are here today. So very, very challenging, very impressive that these 10 made it here today.
A little note, too, for the folks at home. There is some additional rules the folks are playing with to give them an edge in these short rounds. They are running with the custom makeup unlocked, VIP access, run faster, and, of course, the increased item limit for some really creative looks that hopefully can slay out there.
A lot of our players talking ahead of this event said that Dress to Impress wasn't a game they had played a ton, and with such a wide variety of games ranging from fashion to FPS to an obby, the players had to practice a lot and really come in with ideas for the games that they aren't as comfortable about. But I think it's been clear that every one of these guys competing today has put that effort in, and even in these less comfortable games, he's going to put their all out there because every point matters, especially in this qualifying round.
Right, definitely. And it's good to put them outside of their comfort zone for the first qualifying round to see what kind of miraculous outfits they can pull off. And I will honestly say with a minute and a half left, everybody is looking good.
Yeah, we'll see. We thought this was a relaxing warm-up, but talking to the contestants again, this is a high-anxiety round of fashion, putting some of their skills to the test here. And a good reminder, this is actually a newer game to the Roblox, and a lot of these folks are long-time players, but this came out in 2023, has already had 6.5 billion visits, truly has been a smashing success for the platform, and a pretty fun game, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, Dress to Impress, it's definitely been having a moment in these last couple of months, and I know a lot of people at home enjoy it, but this has got to be the most high-pressure match of Dress to Impress anyone here has ever played.
Yeah, I mean, especially in 2025, the day and age of aura farming.
Is that key for you, Enyu, aura farming?
Yes, aura is the key to winning this. If I was a judge, that's what I would be looking for.
That will be what you're going for? Yeah, it's going to be interesting having some of our celebrity judges get to kind of give a little look there. I imagine they'll have different things that they like. You have to play to a pretty different crowd of people who are going to be making these decisions, and a lot definitely sits in their hands.
Well, we are closing in on the final 30 seconds of this match as we see the final touch-ups, the jewelry selections and patterns moving forward here. Hopefully, folks have a cohesive look going, and this is just the polish and cleanup phase because that runway clock is ticking.
Last couple of seconds here to really fiddle with everything. There's almost infinite customization you can do in this game, and it's easy to overthink it, but with limited time, they've got to lock in now. 3 seconds, and we're about to head to the runway, Enyu.
Can't wait to see the poses.
All right, who's going to kick us off? We've got Roby 100 showing off his fierce looks. Look at that pose. Nice use of a prop there with the cane.
Yeah. Is that a cane they're holding, or is that a rose? I can't tell. That's a cane. Oh, you're right.
It almost looks like one of the batons you'd be spinning. Definitely fits the vibe here. You see him clicking around some of the poses here. Obviously, those guest judges right now, they're watching all of these players go through, giving their scores. This is only the first round of 2 that we're going to be playing for Dress to Impress.
The angles, choosing those poses has got to be a big part of the action here.
Definitely. How many poses can you choose from?
It's a pretty long list.
Yeah, there's quite a lot, and you got a lot of time right here on the stage.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of time.
Still going.
Absolutely here. We'll
Just
see if
really
he
living up the moment.
Yeah, absolutely the extended. We'll see. He must have got that off complete. All right.
They
We have
finally got
finally
Roby
cast
off the
him.
runway. Our next contestant coming up to bat. It's Mad Max.
Wow, a sassy look. Taking it real fierce for the circus.
Yeah, I like the makeup going on there.
How well do you think this matches Circus, Enya?
I personally think this is what I was looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, it's an interesting prompt because you can really get very direct on the nose, but I think there's some subtlety that the fashion judges are going to look for. As we know, this is a different style than normal DTI, as we have extra fashionable judges judging these. And here is Anonymous Lime.
Yeah, I like the microphone. Definitely looks like a performer up on that stage.
Yeah, with the mask. What do you call those masks again?
Masks is a good name.
Yes, very good one.
Yeah, looking like the
Don't know the
ringleader
proper
of the
name.
circus there. It's good stuff.
Another contestant down the runway.
Oh,
Looks like this might be Dutta Dude and Giving Clown. Honestly, this might be my favorite thus far. I think it's right on the money with the theme.
Yeah, classy yet circus.
have you all noticed that a red seems to be a very popular color? With
I
all
feel like
of
when you
these
think
outfits?
circus, it's like red and
Red,
white. At least for
yes.
me, that's what pops in my
Definitely.
head.
Red
you
and
just
blue,
see
maybe?
the tent.
Yeah.
Maybe the blues. Yeah, the red and white color. How about here we go? Oh, only a touch of red here. A little more
Whoa.
subtle. I like it.
The cotton candy hair.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
a lovely addition. You're
Yeah,
right. Catching
very
that.
creative.
And wings.
I think Icicle is definitely standing out here amongst the crowd.
Yeah.
When we were watching them rehearse yesterday, I was super impressed with Icicle in this game. I thought he had super good fashion sense, so a really creative one there, and I think, honestly, standing out from the crowd of a lot of red and white, a lot of masks, might do him well in this one.
And we are Shafe with kind of a riff on looks like maybe a cheerleader's type circus outfit here. Complete with the mask and all.
With the pom-poms.
With the pom-poms. Definitely ready to cheer on some competition today.
And another red look. This is Jay, looking very similar to one we saw earlier with that cane.
Absolutely. But a strong look. Real Queen of Hearts style here.
Yeah, I think the hat really ties it together nicely. A lot
Another
of
use
layering
that
going
cane
on.
there. Yeah.
Cane. I assumed we'd see a lot of props in the circus one. Maybe not as much as I even thought.
Remember, our contestants, they don't know the theme until we're actually going into things. So it's a lot about sight reading, figuring it out on the fly. And this one, another bit of a different approach.
Yeah.
The black and white kind of look. Almost looks kind of like a mime.
I was feeling the mime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind of mime style. Not like the main stage of the circus you think about, but still a fun aspect of it. And I think that's, again, a cool interpretation of the theme.
Astute observation.
Thank you, thank you. And you. All right, we are wrapping up things soon here. And Terrell coming out